Good morning, guys. As you guys probably guessed by the title, we're gonna be making some deer meat. And I'm gonna teach you everything you need to know on the best way possible to cook your deer steak. By what ingredients you're gonna need, how long you need to cook it. So the first thing that you're gonna need to do to eat deer steak is you're gonna need to get off the couch and go kill a deer. And if you've already done that, good. You've processed it, you've got everything done. Now you're gonna go into the house and you're gonna go get your thawed deer meat. All right, guys, as you can tell, we're in the house right now. And I don't know what happened to my deer steak. All right, guys, actually it was in the refrigerator. We got it now. We're going out to the garage, as you can see. And we're gonna get right into a good camera angle. And I'll show you guys, start to finish, of how to cook your deer steak. All right, guys, the first thing I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys everything you're gonna need. All right, so you're gonna need 2 paper plates, your deer steak, all-purpose flour, don't need that, 2 eggs, a bowl, and a fork, ground black pepper, garlic salt, some paper towels, and some olive oil. And the cutting board is optional. It just depends on if you don't want to cut your table or anything. All right, guys, so as you guys can see, this deer steak bag is filled to the brim with blood. So we're going to just drain this out in the trash. Don't worry, I'm changing the trash right after I make this video. This is just, oh man, you guys just you almost didn't get a deer steak video. What you guys are going to want to do, dump your deer steak into your paper plate, like so. There's going to be some blood in there just because it was already in the meat, don't worry. Do not worry. A lot of it is also mixed with water. Alrighty, so you're just gonna want to kind of spread all this stuff out. And then you're just gonna want to put them on your little cutting board or whatever you're cutting on. Make sure you just spread them out, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean these up. Alright, so what you're gonna want to do with your bloody paper plate, throw it in the trash can, okay? That's nasty. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna take your knife. I'm just gonna sharpen it just because I feel like it might need sharpened. All right, so now you're just gonna take your deer steaks, and do you see this right here? That's just silver skin. Now, silver skin's not gonna hurt you at all right? You're gonna be totally fine. The only thing is it's just not gonna taste very good. So if you really are just, not feeling like messing with deer today and you just want to eat some deer though, you can leave this on. It just won't give you the full good effect of deer as it should. So this is what you want your deer steak to look like. Just about that thick, This comes out of the back strap of the deer. All right, so you're just going to want to clean these chunks of back strap up, and once you get done, you're just gonna put them in the corner there. I'll get back with you guys as soon as I get all of this deer steak cleaned up. All right, guys, all of the deer steaks are cleaned up. They're all good to go, but you gotta cook the deer steak. That's when my propane heater and my cast iron skillet and this little burner thing comes into use, okay, guys? So I'm just using a cast iron skillet just because that's all I had in here. So if you're gonna do it, like I am, you're gonna take your little propane heater thing and you're gonna wanna, oh, I'll turn it the wrong way. You're gonna wanna open it, about like that to where it shows that you have gas. You're gonna take this. All right, good. So now, you're gonna get yourself a good old lighter, like so. And then you're gonna stick your little tip in there and light. Hold on, we gotta turn it up some more. Now you can hear it, listen to that. You're gonna take your little lighter, and there you go. You're gonna turn it down to where you have just a little bit of a flame going, about like that. That's just about perfect, okay, guys? So now, this is when your olive oil comes into use. You're gonna pop the top. You're gonna pop the top on your olive. Oh man, you're gonna pop the top on your olive oil. You're gonna make sure it just fills the whole pan. That's pretty much all you want to do. All right. You're going to take your little skillet here and just wave it around. Make sure all of it gets that olive oil. All right. So boom, there you go. Now you're going to let that warm up while we finish doing our deer. All right, guys, the next thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to take your all-purpose flour. You're going to dump it in your bowl just about halfway, just like that. As you can see, about half of the bowl. That'll be good. Then you're going to take your garlic salt, just like that. You're going to shake it up a bit, you know. Should give it your little flour roll. Take this, pop the top. It smells good. This is what gives your deer meat flavor. This is what makes your deer meat good. So, I always say it's better more than less. All right, just going to say it like that. Better more than less. And then you're going to take some pepper. Which side do I want to open? This one. You're going to take your pepper. You don't need much. Just sprinkle it in there. I mean, any. Just put a little color into your bowl. You can see I just put a little bit. Now you're going to take your fork. And you're literally just going to mix all of your ingredients together to where it's just one, basically, powder. Just one powder. All right? So now once you got that all mixed up, you're going to take one of your 2 paper plates. Move that out of the way a little bit. You're going to take your paper plate. You're going to dump your flour mixture onto your plate. So now you're going to just kind of even it out. Even it out. That's what the word is I was trying to find. Even it out. You're good to go there. If you can smell it and you can smell a little bit of that garlic salt, you know you have a good amount. All right, that's how much you want. I might even put a little bit extra. Garlic salt is what makes your deer meat taste good, okay? Plain as day. Just that's what does it, all right? I'm not even going to lie to you guys. This is how I cook my deer steak every time. So now, move this aside. You're going to take your bowl that originally had your flour and stuff in it. You're going to take 2 eggs. These are from the chickens I have out back. Crack them. Put them in there. Crack them. Oops. Put them in there. If you're like me and you're stupid, you're going to have to pick out some shells. All right, guys. So now that you got your 2 eggs in your bowl, like so, you can't really see it that good. Whatever. 2 eggs in the bowl. Take your fork. You're going to whisk it. Make sure it's all a solid yellow color. Just mix it as much as you can. All right, guys. So this is what you want your eggs to look like. I just whisked it up a little bit. You just want it to be a solid yellow color, just like this. All right, so now that you've got your eggs here, powder there, your skillet's cooking back there. Actually, you go turn up the fire. I'm going to go turn up the fire. Let's turn up the fire just a little bit. All right, guys, so we're just going to, you can hear it again. All right, we're just going to try to up. Now put a little bit more of this on there. Perfect. There we go. So now we're going to put your deer steak inside of this. Roll it up on that. And then drop that bad boy in there. I'll get back with you. All right, guys, I'm sitting higher. I actually figured out how to do the chair. But now, what we're going to want to do, you're going to want to roll your sleeves up just a tad. So now what you're going to want to do, make sure your eggs are good and stirred. You're going to take one of your pieces of meat, drop it in the egg. Then you're going to get a good handful, drop it in your egg. Just however feels good to you. You're going to get you some in there. And then with using your fork and your hand, or just both your hands, you're just going to mix it in here with your egg to where it's covering every part of your deer steak. All right, guys. You're gonna want to go get a paper towel, wash your hand off. All right, guys. So now that your good little deer steaks are good and covered, you're gonna take it. You're gonna drop it in there. Drop it in there. And you're gonna do this to all of the ones you have in there right now. Put them in there. Put it in there. So now while that was sitting there, you're gonna grab another good chunk of your deer steak, or the rest of it, whatever. You're gonna take it and you're going to mix it up with your egg, just like you did with this batch. All right, so now that that's sitting there in the egg, we're gonna go here and you're just gonna roll your deer steaks in the flour to where it's good and covered for your batter. Once you got all this done, you're gonna take it and then you're gonna go put it on the skillet. All right, guys, so now we're gonna put your little steaks in there. Make sure it's good and covered like I was showing y'all. And then you're gonna wanna drop it in there. Just like that. Try to maybe drop it away from you, because then it won't splatter on you. Thank Gordon Ramsay for that knowledge. He's the one that showed me that. All right, so now that that's doing that, I'm gonna go grab a fork so I can show you guys how to actually properly flip these and everything. All right, you guys got your little flame going here. Make sure you don't step in that flour. You're gonna need that here in a second. I'm gonna that one's a little burnt. I don't know why. Maybe it didn't have enough oil there, I guess. Yeah, it didn't have any oil there. That's okay, though. It's okay. We're all good. We're all good, folks. So now what you're going to want to do, just going to let that do its thing pretty much. And we're going to go actually do the other one. So, yeah. All right, guys. So now we're back. You're going to take your deer steak that you've already put in your eggs that I was doing earlier. Drop them on there. Drop them on there. And we're going to do the exact same thing we just did. So I'll cut back when we're putting it on the skillet. All right, guys, we're going to do the exact same thing we just did. See if we can't put a little bit more of this on there. It'll help us. Basically, anything will help us because we're running low on that. Hopefully, you guys aren't. Okay, we're just going to try to put the rest of these on there. And if not, we'll just have to cook them at different times, you know. That's how it is. All right, so that's all we can cook at this moment. And we're going to cook those here in a second. All right, you're going to get some paper towels, put it on this plate here, and we're going to put it right there. And here in a minute, we are going to put those newly cooked ones on there. All right, guys, got some there on the plate done, and then we've still got a couple cooking here. They will be done in no time, so I'll be back with you whenever they're all done, and we will do a taste test. All right, guys, all the deer steaks are done. Now we're gonna cut into one and see what we got here. So I'm gonna come here, cut it right there in the middle. That looks good right there. That's good. Now let's give it a taste test and see how it is. That's the best meat you can ever have. Best way to cook it. This right here is great. Now I'm going to go ahead, finish my breakfast. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you cook white-tailed deer steaks. Hope you have a good day. And I hope you guys also try this out. And if it doesn't work out, come back to the video, watch it again, watch as many times as you need to, pause it. And yeah, have a great rest of your day, and peace.